Howard Stern, often referred to as the king of all media, is one of the most influential and controversial figures in the history of radio and entertainment. Known for his unapologetically brash style, boundary-pushing content, and larger-than-life personality, Stern has redefined what it means to be a media icon. Howard Allan Stern was born on January 12, 1954, in New York City, to a Jewish family. His father, Ben Stern, was an engineer, and his mother, Ray, was a homemaker. The Stern family lived in the Queens neighborhood of Jackson Heights, and Howard's childhood was marked by a sense of intellectual curiosity and a desire to stand out. Stern was an awkward and introverted child, but he gravitated toward humor and radio as an escape from the pressures of his family life. Howard's father was a domineering, often distant figure, and his mother was emotionally supportive but also somewhat overbearing. These dynamics would later influence much of Stern's comedic and often self-deprecating material. Stern attended Roosevelt Junior Senior High School in the 1960s and later went on to Boston University, where he earned a degree in communications. After graduating from Boston University in 1976, Stern began his professional career in radio, starting as a DJ at several small stations across the northeastern United States. His early radio gigs were largely unremarkable, but his quirky, offbeat personality began to make an impact. In 1979, Stern got his big break at WNBC in New York City, where he began to develop the outrageous, unfiltered persona that would come to define his career. At WNBC, Stern's show was a mix of music, comedy, and controversial topics. He quickly gained a reputation for pushing the limits of what was acceptable on the air, often making crude jokes, conducting wild interviews, and playing pranks on listeners. This led to tensions with management, and in 1982, Stern was fired from WNBC, but his controversial style had already made him a cult figure. In 1986, Stern landed a job at WXRK, K-Rock, in New York, a station that would become his home for the next 2 decades. It was here that Stern truly became a household name. He began to build his brand as the shock jock of radio, a title he both embraced and used to his advantage. His show was known for its unapologetic and often offensive humor, featuring prank calls, celebrity interviews, and discussions on taboo subjects like sex, drugs, and personal insecurities. Stern's audience grew rapidly as people tuned in to hear his unfiltered rants and irreverent takes on pop culture. His show often featured the Howard Stern Show regulars, like Robin Quivers, his news anchor and co-host, Fred Norris, the show's brilliant sound effects man, and Gary Delabate, aka Baba Booey, the show's producer. These characters, along with Stern's unique ability to blend humor with an almost therapeutic honesty, became the backbone of his show. Stern's willingness to cross lines with his humor led to several controversies, but it also brought him immense popularity. He attracted a loyal fan base, known as Stern Nation, and became a syndicated star, reaching millions of listeners across the U.S. His antics garnered national attention, making him a cultural lightning rod. He frequently faced legal battles over his content, but the controversy only fueled his fame. By the early 2000s, Stern had achieved legendary status in the radio world. However, his style had become increasingly censored on terrestrial radio, as stations and advertisers pulled back from his brand of shock humor due to its graphic nature. This censorship pushed Stern to consider new opportunities, and in 2004, he signed an unprecedented contract with Sirius Satellite Radio worth an estimated $500 million. The deal was groundbreaking, allowing Stern to broadcast without the restrictions of the Federal Communications Commission, FCC. The move to Sirius was a defining moment in Stern's career. With the freedom to broadcast without limits, he reinvented his show, introducing new elements while maintaining his signature style. His Sirius debut in 2006 was a major event, drawing millions of subscribers to the platform. Stern's decision to move to satellite radio also helped to legitimize the industry, and his success on Sirius played a crucial role in the satellite radio boom of the 2000s. Howard Stern's public persona has often been larger than life, but behind the scenes, he's known for his vulnerability and self-awareness. His show often included raw, personal discussions about his life, including his turbulent relationship with his father, his struggles with self-esteem, and his love of therapy. Stern has long been open about his own insecurities, and his willingness to expose his flaws made him more relatable to his audience. In 1978, Stern married his first wife, Allison Burns, with whom he had 3 daughters. Their marriage lasted until 2001 when they divorced. Stern's relationship with his ex-wife became a frequent topic on his show, and the breakdown of the marriage was part of his larger narrative of personal growth and change. In 2008, He married Beth Ostrowski, a model and television personality, and they have remained together ever since. Stern's public image has evolved over time. While he initially built his career on shocking and offending people, in later years, he has softened and become more reflective. His career has also seen him pivot into a respected interviewer, especially with his move to Sirius, where his celebrity interviews became a major feature of the show. Stern has interviewed some of the most prominent figures in entertainment, politics, and sports, and his ability to dig into personal topics with sensitivity and humor has been widely praised. Howard Stern's impact on radio and popular culture is immeasurable. He revolutionized the medium, turning radio into a platform for unfiltered, often controversial content. His influence extends beyond radio. He has written best-selling books, including Private Parts, 1993, an autobiography that was adapted into a successful film, and Miss America, 1995, a follow-up memoir. Stern has also dabbled in television, producing the hit show America's Got Talent, where he served as a judge from 2012 to 2015. Throughout his career, Stern has been nominated for numerous awards, including multiple Daytime Emmy Awards, and he has won numerous accolades for his work in broadcasting. He was inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame in 1989 and has been consistently ranked among the most powerful people in media. Stern's wealth and success, combined with his bold personality, made him a household name, and his influence continues to resonate in the world of media today. Despite the controversies and the polarizing nature of his career, Howard Stern's legacy is one of transformation and boundary pushing. He took radio to places it had never been before, and while his approach may have been unconventional, his influence on modern media is undeniable. Howard Stern's journey from an ambitious young man with a dream to the king of all media is a testament to his resilience, ambition, and constant reinvention. Though his style has evolved over the years, he remains one of the most important figures in the entertainment world, using his platform to speak to the most intimate parts of human experience, often with humor, but always with authenticity. Whether loved or hated, Stern's impact on radio and popular culture is undeniable, and his story is one of success, controversy, and personal growth.